Has this golf brand totally lost its way, or are these the best performance forgiving irons of 2025? Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson, and yes, we are talking already about 2025. I have in my hands the brand new Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal Pro irons. Now, I've already been in the studio with these, and it's fair to say you're going to want to see that because the numbers are frighteningly good. But we're going to put these together to a match today and just see exactly what they feel like and what they perform like. Because I think a lot of people, when you think of Mizuno, you think of blades, you think of like the little cavity backs, those nothing feels like a Mizuno. But does anything perform like a Mizuno? That's what we're going to find out today. Chris, what are your initial thoughts on these?
Different looking.
Not a great start.
On the eye. I don't know. Behind the board, you look at, well, this is a 5 iron. It looks quite big. You can see, obviously, behind, you can see the back, the cavity bit. But
yeah,
bit of a long-winded name as well. I mean, to be fair, not off to a good start, are we?
No. So JPX Hot Metal Pro 925. I quite like them. So these are the Pro version. They are slightly smaller. If Chris doesn't like the look of these, then you're really not going to like the HLs or the standard Hot Metals. So there's three iron sets in this category. And I personally think these are the best looking one. They are slightly smaller and sleeker, but let's see if you can put them to the test here at a...
So who are these aimed for then?
So these are aimed for the kind of mid to higher handicapper, even though they say pro on them.
Right. Which is a word that's probably overused, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest cliches in golf, isn't it? The term pro, the term tour, yeah, prototype.
Right, 5 iron. Let's see. Well, the hot's off the face.
That's a lovely ball flight.
Yeah, I mean, felt fantastic. Good ball flight.
I think it's interesting because when you talk about hot metal pros and you talk about the kind of marketing behind these, they are obviously designed to go a long way. They're obviously designed to be forgiving. They're obviously designed for that person who wants a Mizuno in the bag. They know they want a Mizuno. Their heart's set on Mizuno, but they know that they want something a little bit more forgiving than potentially the blade or the muscle cavity back. So plenty of tech in these, and we'll go through that in the video as well. The numbers are going to be quite interesting as well. I think they actually feel really good.
They do feel great off the face.
Like I'm cheating a little bit because I've already hit the numbers with these clubs, and that's going to be a very interesting discussion as well. But to have something with so much tech in it feel so good, I think is already a big box ticked for Mizuno. And I actually think Mizuno have maybe been losing the way a little bit of late. And I'd love to see a JPX 925 Tour. Because the JPX 919 and 923s, 921s, there's just numbers all over the place. There's too many, there's numbers all over the place. But the Tours were always really good. Right, Chris, what have you got?
I've got 9 iron here.
So this is interesting. How good, this is the gap wedge, how good does that look down at the ball?
I think the 9 iron looks good. Oh, that does look nice.
So it's interesting how just the longer irons potentially you're not a huge fan of, but then they've got that forgiveness element in them for people, haven't they?
Yeah, they do look good. And the interesting thing here is obviously stronger lofts. Can we flight it in? Can we control it? You've done the numbers. I don't know. But let's see. It felt fantastic, which is one thing you do think when you think Mizuno.
Just a bit tuggy. It sounded good though.
Again, felt fantastic. Distance-wise, you know, it's pin
Could that be the offset that's maybe?
Yeah, a little bit, but that's, again, felt fantastic. Good interaction with the turf. Yeah, maybe it was just that longer iron that didn't look best.
That looked good. Maybe that's a thumbnail, Rob, there. I don't know, maybe not. Right, I've got a little less in, so I'm going to go with the gap wedge. Thank you very much, Bob. I usually end up with a pocket full of those. It's funny with these because you almost look at the kind of kink on the heel there, and it looks really, really big, doesn't it? I can't really figure out why that is, but like tech-wise, there's so much in here to give you that kind of ball speed on-off centre hits and like a progressive distance and flight. I'm going to have to get all of this to get it there. That felt really good. This could be incredible.
Oh. Must have been close.
I feel physically sick and violated.
Violated?
But I think that's a birdie. I said I had to get all of that to get it there. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't. And that's what these clubs are all about.
What a shot. Right, let's put this gap wedge to the test chip in here. When you get these forgiving irons around the greens, you don't always know how it's going to come off the face. But a pristine fringe here at Woolley Park. James's is a gimme. Let's see how this comes off. Again, feels soft. Turn, turn.
Oh, I thought you'd halved with me there.
Oh, did feel good that. You can have that, James. Don't you worry about that putter, my friend.
Well, you'd kept quiet for that long. I just thought...
Well, it must have been close to going in. I'll let Bobby show you where it pitched and where it spun.
And that's out of a moist, wintry fairway, isn't it? So it's done pretty well, that, realistically.
Yeah, forgiving irons, plenty of spin. Good birdie.
If we talk about tech in these new Mizuno 925 Hot Metal Pros, I've actually gone on the Mizuno website just to show you exactly what it's all about. So we have those acoustic sound ribs. They're precisely dialed in vibration patterns for solid, explosive impact sound. I think it's fair to say we've had that, haven't we?
We have.
Especially with the gap wedge. We have the balanced stability frame. So look at that, that's quite cool, isn't it? Bobby might even put all these on screen for us if we might do. Right, he's got nothing else to do, has he? So there's every chance.
Couple of days
And we also have the variable sole thickness, which I really, really enjoy. So that's increased overall face flex for added COR area or core area, depending on how you say that. So we also have a seamless cup face. So again, we have mentioned that slightly. That's designed as a one-piece cup face geometry with thinned areas revolving 360 degrees around the perimeter, increasing rebound area for maximum ball speed across the entire face. You guessed it.
Unbelievable scenes.
Some of the things on the website are incredible. Multi-material construction with tungsten weighing, that's lovely, isn't it?
Get that on, Bobby.
Yeah, whoever's
And that.
kind of come up with all these, the ellipse face. Very good. And so my introduction here was about, have they kind of lost the way a little bit? I don't think they have. I think they're going down the road of better irons for a different audience, because Mizuno were always known as, they just make good blades, don't they?
That's what I think. When I think Mizuno, you think blades, you think CBs, you don't think game improvement or forgiving irons.
No, whereas now they've probably put the best of both worlds in. They still feel fantastic, but on the website it says they're for low to mid-handicap golfers, these.
Because you could think you could be a senior golfer, you could be losing a bit of speed.
You know who these are perfect for?
Richard Jones.
Richard Jones.
He would love these, actually.
He would, because a lot of people want an iron that goes a long way. And like, so guys, I'll put the numbers in now. Okay guys, and numbers for this Mizuno 925 Hot Metal Pro. We have the 7-iron, and I have a green out there at 170 yards. The 7-iron for me is usually around kind of 165. I've hit a couple to warm up, and I was actually really impressed with the numbers on the warm up as well. So now we are nice and loose. Let's just see just exactly what kind of numbers we can get. Lovely high ball flight, feels fantastic and soft. And that's still in the air at 165. That's a 173 carry, spinning at 6,000, which I think is quite impressive for a club of this makeup. Obviously, you always want to try and match that spin rate with the number on the bottom and add 3 zeros to it. And you can see that's the best shot we've hit, nice and straight. What I love about this is that kind of lack of offset down at the ball. Just kind of makes you feel like there's not too much help there when it comes to missing the ball to the right. I never really, very consistent, 167, 181 total, 5.9 spin. I don't often miss the ball to the right with irons. I'm often kind of turning it over. So the fact I could potentially get a nice, forgiving, strong lofted, powerful Mizuno iron with not much offset, I think is a really positive thing. And that top line looks good as well. Right, I've hit that a little bit harder. A little bit lower in penetration. That might be like a 180 carry. 180.2 carry. Spin dropped a little bit. It was lower launching, but again, felt fantastic. I'm still getting that nice soft feel. So I actually think, I didn't know where Mizuno were going to go with the 925 range. I'm still hoping we get some kind of tour iron there. Obviously, JPX making some really good tour irons in the past. And that's a bottoming strike, so I'll be really interested to see just how that does. We can really see here that, to be honest, it's as good as anything with those numbers, even with a bit of a bottoming strike. And we can see with the grouping on the left, really, really as I would expect it. I had one out to the right on the warm-up, but apart from that, really nice and consistent numbers, really nice consistent dispersion. Let's get back out on the golf course and see just how good these irons really are. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, delightful, Bobby. Pretty good spin rate, good ball speed, good distance. So as long as you still have that kind of landing angle, then you're still getting the best of both worlds. And you've got a gap wedge, so you kind of matching the set.
And like we said there, Richard Jones +3 handicap. And
well, with the new system.
Yeah, it's probably about a 15 really.
That's such a good. Was that heavy?
Was slightly heavy, but it still felt great.
Yeah.
In a strange way.
Thank you very much. You have a tea, do you?
I do have a tea for a small price.
You can see that little bit of tech behind it, can't you?
Yeah. Only on that iron.
See, that was incredibly towy. And that's done really well to get down that fairway. Really well. Might annoy a lot of people.
I just saw that.
How are you getting that? You can see those acoustic ribs in there, look. You have to go the other way, Bobby, to get them. Down in there.
Oh, yeah.
But you can also see the muck that's in there.
Yeah, that would tip me over the edge, that.
You're already on the edge? Already?
I'm already on the edge. Here at Woolly Edge.
Ooh. Right. Two pretty good shots. And again, for missed strikes, this is where, again, Mizuno are probably thinking about potentially who is this club for. So I think personally there's probably too many in the range. I think having the Hot Metal HL and the Hot Metal Pro. Also, you have obviously what are the other Mizuno range with the MB, the Mizuno Pro, Professional. Too many, far too many. Just have one. It's like Callaway though with the Apex and then the Paradigm and then all the other, like, we don't need them, do we? Come on. Is 99 enough here?
It is.
Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Oh, it just, ball below feet, it just moved a bit too much. Strike was good and the distance was perfect.
Gap wedge here, try and recreate James's on the first. Needs to get right.
Take the bank. Oh, it has.
Oh,
the fringe has just slowed it down.
Unbelievable.
Right, distance was perfect. I just cut across it. Thank you very much, Rob. I'd love you too. And this is where potentially, do you get really, really good value for money having a gap wedge in the set? You obviously don't have to go and spend a lot more money on irons. I'm going to give that a clean. Is that all right?
That's absolutely fine, my friend.
Do you get similar performance to a wedge with this, or is it more an iron pretending to be a wedge?
It performed well on the first, on the chip and run. Although, that's where it might have gripped with a wedge.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, because I played it as I wanted to, and it just released out a little bit more. I think potentially maybe too much tech in there for a wedge, but it's 8 feet, isn't it? So, well, thank you, Robert. We'll take it. Chris to go back to level. I do like testing clubs in this environment as well, because I feel like you're kind of relying on them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's nice to have done the numbers and stuff like that. Numbers with the 7-iron were, to be honest, quite frankly, ridiculous. Take it out, Bobby.
Good putt. Good up and down that, from there.
Wonderful. Always comes down to the putter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It's chippy 7 actually, so that we can flight it.
Flight it down. 150 yards. You probably could just hit the 9-iron, to be honest. Thinking about how long they are.
Little flighted one with the 7-iron here. Can you keep it down? Are they versatile? Certainly are. Get that ridge. Oh, it has as well. Shot.
To be able to play that flight with that club, very impressed. I'm impressed with these. I got them out of the box. And it's probably the first time I've received a set of Mizuno. You're right.
Just getting the old mud off
I've
it.
received a set of Mizuno irons, and I just wasn't bothered about them. I was like, oh, they don't look amazing, they don't look that different to the last ones. And I think where I've seen an improvement in the JPX range is they do feel soft, they feel like a Mizuno iron should, so commendable for that.
Yeah, they've grown on me, to be honest. I mean, this 7 iron looks just as good as anything behind the ball. It's just that 5 iron, really.
Oh, lovely. Keep fading.
Should
Might
be
just
pin
cling
high.
on. I think the big problem that they have here is there's that many good hollow-bodied options like a P770, like a Tacoma 101T, like a Cobra Forged Tech, and like a Ping i530, that they all look so good and they look so sleek that these actually, yeah, you can tell that there's visible tech in there, but whether or not people want that, I don't really know. That's going to be subjective to everybody else. What do you think, Bobby? He doesn't like them. He doesn't like them. Right, really impressed with the stopping power there as well. To say that I flighted one down, Chris's is about flag high just off the green. So I think that's really where, is it pitch here, look? Yeah. So to me, that's really where you are getting good control for an iron that even if you flight it down, you're getting those spin rate numbers. That's why it was so important for me to test them in the studio as well. Hopefully I hold this for birdie and then it's a win, but we've got one hole left after this. Chris might even chip in. Oh, he hasn't. Oh, you could hear that grab.
Could hear that
You could
grab.
hear that grab. I'm going to do it afterwards. Funny, you heard it grab, but you didn't see it stop.
No, very true. Pick it up.
Never up, never in. Well done.
Half.
I think Mizuno are onto something here, because I think the better players do want more forgiveness now and potentially more distance. And we joked earlier about a bloke called Richard. I think they're perfect for someone like him.
No, I do.
So a good player who's maybe lost a little bit of speed
Yeah.
for no real reason apart from just life.
Life's grind.
And it's not, I mean, these are strong lofted, there's no getting around that. But I think the tech in them that allows you to generate the spin rate.
Still get the launch, get
Yeah.
the landing angle. A lot more people need to rely on landing angle. Not spin, good shot. A nice bullet.
A bullet. Yeah, nice. Ooh, awful kick.
Oh. I've threaded the gap. Right, gap wedge, flight one in.
You can't blame the club for that.
It felt fantastic, but I mean, it's just, yeah, it's not the club's fault that it's ended up in the bunker.
Right. You know, if that got waterlogged in there, it'd have to affect the weight of it, wouldn't it? Interesting discussion, isn't it? Just flight one down a little bit, square face, nudge. Like
Nice
that.
flight.
I mean, the success rate with the gap wedge has been impressive, hasn't it?
Good shot, sir. Right, how's it performing in the bunker? Not the test we was expecting.
No, not really. Oh, I'll tell you what, though. Oh,
Performs delightfully out of there.
Unbelievable. Just stopped a bit too quick, didn't it? 2 putts for the match, I heard. Oof. Why have I done that? The rest of that monologue was supposed to go, but you just need one.
Good putt, sir.
Guys, that is the brand new Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal Pro irons, and that's the first time I've managed to say that entire name without editing it out. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button. I think they're a fantastic iron for anyone who's looking for a little bit more distance whilst keeping that control, and it's a win for the first time in a while, so thank you very much, Mizuno, for that.